What's up? What's up? Just if you're Jip in the house, okay, I want to talk about relationships, basically marriages. There are a lot of marriages failing, and a lot of these marriages are actually failing for no reason at all because it doesn't really matter who you're with. You can always have a perfect relationship. The person you're with now, you can have a perfect relationship. The problem is the if there is a problem, or the only problem there should be, is who you made up with, have children with, and how your the properties that are made up with in both of you combined together, and how those properties within that kid will be affected by the weather, the sun, light skin, the sun burning, stuff like that. Those are the only things that you really need to consider and think about. Other than that, you're in a perfect situation. The problem that a lot of people are having is pretty much like my other videos, Free Your Mind, the first ones and things I made. Um, Basically, it's this, and it's work in almost any situation, okay? You have a situation, you guess the conclusion, or, whatever is the conclusion. Um, yeah, you basically guess, make a guess. And based on your guess, you have a reaction. You release the adrenaline, which comes with the endorphins. The endorphins make you feel good, which we mistakenly use as a sign of truth or judgment call and things like that. And then the result is a crime. And basically, what I mean, a crime is basically just halt forward progress, and all halting of forward progress is a crime. So, pretty much that's it. So, let's see. I gave an example before, the boyfriend and girlfriend. I can do the same thing with the wife, husband and wife. Husband usually comes home at 9 o'clock. He gets home at 7. He gets home at 6. His wife is not there. She comes home at 7. She's dressed up really nice, looking very sexy and everything. And so he's here walking. Then he's guessing, because she never dressed up like that with him. And it could be for many reasons, but he hasn't seen her dressed up like that in a long time. When they go out, she doesn't really dress like that. Then he's going to think that she went on a date, and then basically, because she went on a date, his reaction is going to be whatever it is. And these 3 steps, like I said before, these are okay to do because these are only thoughts. They haven't been progress anything. Now, of course, this has been said, but this right here is just a thought, and it's okay, because you don't have to go to the 4th. You can actually go back and start over, or ask, what's going on. But let's say he did ask, and she said, "I went out with some friends." Of course, most guys, because during this situation, he already went through this whole progress, and he's thinking something else, and what he's thinking is being confirmed, falsely confirmed by the flow of adrenaline. Then he's gonna, hey, you all messing around, and they're gonna fight or whatever. That's what his reaction is that he want to fight, and he'll pretty much basically just program his body to do that, release the endorphins, adrenaline, and stuff, and bam, they get into a big fight. When he finish, divorce, or he can go to jail, or whatever, the case is, and the whole thing is that this here is what most marriages go through, and there are a lot of things. I'll talk about that later. This is what should happen. Okay, situation, she comes home, 7, she's dressed nice. Then he'll ask, "Wow, you dressed nice. Why? What you do?" And she said, "I went out with my friends." And then he'll say, "Oh, okay, that's good. You really look nice. Next time we go out, let's go out. And together you dress nice." And they'll say, "Okay." He said, "Okay." And basically, to be the skills and the knowledge is, he'll believe her, and and pretty much it'll be it. The fuel would be the knowledge that he got from her, from her telling him what she did, and he'll believe her, or he'll trust. Now, I don't like the word trust. I don't like to believe, but he has history with her, knowing that the things that she say, that it's the truth, and then it's all finished. There's no argument or nothing, and they can go to the next situation and things like that. And pretty much that's basically what marriages are about, supposed to be. Most of them are like this, though, and the reason they're like this is pretty much because of the way we've been brought up to think that whatever our thoughts are, our thoughts, our reactions are, then we fuel them. We fuel them with these. Then we're thinking that the combination of this is the truth, and this is not true in any marriage at all, in any situation. Okay, so basically, when you're with your spouse and you get into arguments, the first thing that you have to understand is that these adrenaline and endorphins, and the reason I say adrenaline and endorphins, because adrenaline, when it flows, endorphins flows with it. But adrenaline's job is to make the body move. Okay, period. Once it goes through, it's going to make the body move. If you don't, it's going to stress different parts of your body and stuff like that, and things like that. So we've been taught that these two interact together. They don't. You create this, and then you release this, and then this fuel this and make this move. But then the result is this. These two are totally different things. Okay, here, so basically what it is that you have your glands. You have your glands where your adrenaline, endorphins, and all those things are released and stuff. And where they are, and then they're released. Basically, those are called feelings. Okay. Basically, you have these feelings here. Okay. These feelings, it doesn't matter. They never change. The only thing changes the situation and the labeling of them. So you can have happy and angry and sad and I don't know, whatever. And what it is because we are taught to confirm our image by our feelings, pretty much that's basically what it is, then we continue to do that. These feelings, like I said, the adrenaline only goes to your body to increase your power, increase something there, mostly power, movement, and things like that. The endorphins come in, and its purpose is to raise the threshold of pain. So evidently, because of the extra stress that's being put on your body, that is causing pain, and endorphins come in and pretty much calm everything down and make you feel good. But see, this is what we're doing is you have these different ideas, and they're all the same. And you yourself release it, and you can feel it, And all you're doing is just labeling these different situations with a word that equates to a feeling. And this is what you shouldn't do. I'm not saying that the purpose of adrenaline and endorphins and stuff, you'll never have them. Of course you can have them, but and you're going to have them. But what I'm saying is you are purposely, you're voluntarily creating, you have this situation and you're releasing this. You don't have to release this. Your thoughts and your adrenaline in a normal situation, they don't have to be released all the time. Normal situation, you're going to release these, based on the vibration and stuff like that. And you can actually do it yourself. And if you think about it, if you watch my first video, you can feel it. You can feel it. So basically, in marriages, what people do is, oh, baby, you come home, you looking nice, you must have been out messing with some guy. So he doesn't really know what's going on. So he's just going to make a guess, and his guess is going to be the worst possible thing that's going to happen, because if he thought of something good, then there's no confirmation of it by the feelings, because she's not releasing them. But I'm tired. I'm sorry. But basically, what he does here is, he's thinking, that this is the only reason that that his wife dressed up was to go see some other guy, because she doesn't dress up with him, which he forgot, because he lost his spark, or this feeling and the image of her. He lost it. So when she dressed up, he was like, well, why are you dressing like that? You don't have to dress up like that with me and stuff like that. So, he releases this, and we all do this. Okay, this is in every situation. I'll talk about those in the next video and stuff. But when you're in your relationship with your spouse, the first thing that you always should do before you even have any physical relationship with anyone is talk about it. You guys going out and you dating, and like you date your wife and things, what really makes you fall in love with her? Why you marry her? And, oh, I fell in love. What's love? It's a feeling. And it goes back to this. You had an image of love, and then you just dumped all kinds of feelings, the adrenaline and the endorphins. You just dumped it in there, and to the point where you fall in love. But when you fall in love, you're not actually falling in love with the person. You're falling in love with the thought, and the person just happens to be the thought. So you look at the person, you get the thought, the feelings flow, and you feel good. You're like, oh, I love you. But that's a lie. Basically, you love the feeling, and the feeling that, and the reason it transfers over to the person is because the person is the creator of that feeling and things like that. And and you'll be in love until the image fades away, and then as it fades away, then reality will kick in, and the boredom will kick in. And if you really haven't taken the time to talk and really get to know each other and things like that, then this right here is going to set in. It's going to sit there real quick. So just a quick tip: when you're dating and stuff, you go to clubs. You do what you want, because you really don't need to go to clubs to feel good, because you don't have to do that and get a massage. Foot massager, like I showed in my other videos, and the stimulation that goes through there, it's just unbelievably incredible. But you have a real situation where you talk. A lot of guys, I'll talk about this in another video, so I want to keep it on marriages. So if you're having problems with your husband or your wives and stuff, what you got to do is you have to really understand that this is the only thing you're doing. You have a situation, instead of talking about it, and you really have to talk about it and say, well, hey, you got this idea. Why are you thinking like this? And they say, well, if I got a feeling because this is what I feel, then right here, that this right here is false. And then you can, because these here should never link up. Okay, these should never touch. And then right there, as soon as they say it's a feeling or want, then right there, you both have to stop. You have to disconnect this, and then you have to talk logically about your situation and stuff like that. Like I said, in the next video, I'm going to talk about more. I'm going to use, talk about a variety of things. But pretty much this is it, when you are in the marriage. This is the problems that this is the way you should solve your problems. But most people, they're doing this. And then once they make a mistake, or later, they realize that, wow, I really made a mistake. We've all been programmed to think about that. That's like slavery, and I'm not just talking about black slavery, everywhere in the world. They have been taught pretty much to do this, and this is the only way. This is the only way that someone can get you to do what they want you to do, is by you having this feeling, and you believing that feeling is a confirmation and things like that. So if you're having a marriage right now, you're having problems, you can fix it. I'll tell you, it's easy. Like if you with a wife, or if you messing around on your wife, on your spouse, male or female, all you got to do is put somebody else up in there and see if you get the same feeling. If you get the same feeling by somebody else that's in the street, then well, if you don't get the same feeling, then this is it. But pretty much This is it. But I got to go. I just want to make